everybody, I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we have our recap for August 31, 2025.
That's right.
Yeah, it's been a long month, I will say. It feels long. I feel like I've learned like 500,000 games.
Do people call it August 31 or August 31st?
31.
Oh, okay.
Don't question it. Just go with it. So I ended up learning 84 games. That's if we don't learn anything later tonight, which you never know.
It could happen.
The month isn't over yet.
That's right. All these people that put out their top 10 lists before the month or the year is actually up.
Yep.
They could be missing out on their favorite game of the month or year, am I right?
I always say at the end of the year, people do it way too early.
So we don't do ours until January.
Because then the year is over.
That's right. I mean, yeah. So
84 games for me. That's crazy.
And 80 games for me.
That is a lot of games. That's a good push towards the goal of 600.
But you know why we got to 80 games and 84 games?
Yeah, Dan.
DanCon!
DanCon, we always get a lot of games played.
That's right. And if you want to hear about all the games that we played during DanCon...
It's a 5-hour recap.
That's a 5-hour weekly recap.
Go
last
check it
week.
Out. Yes.
So...
This week we have a lot to talk about as well.
This is more manageable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably won't be 5 hours.
No. Gosh, no.
So, we do occasionally receive games from publishers that we play, but they did not send them to us. In exchange for being placed on this overview video, they give them to us because they know we like to play all the games. So, let's start off with Monday.
Well, so the thing is, I'm going to sort of break it up into two sections.
What?
A little bit. It's going to go day by day, but I want to throw all of my BGA into one section because I actually played a lot of BGA games, like finished up a lot throughout the week. And there's a lot of different titles that I want to talk about.
And I'll go take a nap.
No, you played one of them anyway.
I did.
But, finishing a game of Cartographers always makes me happy. I love Cartographers. So the fact that they've put Cartographers on Board Game Arena is amazing.
That's right.
It's so good. That was my most played BGA game.
You know what?
Year.
If you're gonna have a BGA segment, I ought to put an affiliate link or something in there so people know. Well,
when you're playing async games, they can just basically finish up at any time. But
right.
It's good to talk about it because they are games that I'm playing with friends. It's not just like whoever. If I were doing that, I would be playing a lot of Next Station London. That's what I play the most of.
Because you don't really count games with randos.
No, I just count the ones with the friends. So, Cartographers, I was excited to join a game. It was like with Colorfly and it was like 8-person group or whatever. And yeah, that finished up. So I loved that. I think I won. I do have a lot of plays of it, so it's not fair.
Yeah.
Though I lose to everybody else.
What?
In arena mode, I lose a lot. It's like I'm not good at the game.
That's because the people who play on arena mode do like nothing but play Cartographers. And you, to be fair, you play a lot of other games.
I do. But I love Cartographers. I recently taught Amy in person Art Decko when Dan was here. Mm-hmm. So we got to play more of that on BGA. So we're playing it. It has a little bit of a wonky UI, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. And
for those of you who don't know what that means user interface.
You have to like click random. You have to like click what you're doing and then hit approve, and then you have to like do payment, and then it's like a weird. It's not intuitive. So until you get it for this game particularly, it's not gonna. You can't.
Sort of like your first time with a mobile app for a fast food place.
Sure.
Because you said you click it and then you hit checkout and purchase. It sounded just like my McDonald's order.
Yeah, except it's not as easy as that. It's very easy to order on the app. Except if it's like Hardee's, which is always a problem for you.
Not anymore. I think they finally fixed it.
Well, finally, geez.
Yeah.
It took 5 years. Then Monday night we played a bunch of games of The Crew Mission Deep Sea. This is the one you played with us, with me.
Yes.
We are continuing our missions with the Game Guildies, Duchess, and Wigsby. I love the crew. The crew, in prior years when the crew came out and then the crew Mission Deep Sea, those were my most played games by far. Like, they are great, great, great games. And I'm sad when you finish a campaign because then you're not playing it anymore. Kind of like Bomb Busters.
Well, I mean, it's the same as when you finish a really satisfying TV series.
I know, it's very sad when
it feels the same, right?
It's a loss.
Yeah.
Because, where do I get that itch again? Where can I find it?
Somebody posted on Reddit, tell me one TV series you wish you could have wiped from your mind so that you can go back and experience it all over again with fresh eyes. And I think that there's a lot of series out there that would be like that for us.
Oh my god.
And it'd be the same thing with things like Bomb Busters.
Well, yeah, exactly. Bomb Busters is like, where did I miss it? Now that we finished Tales from the Red Dragon Inn, I don't miss that. I'm ready to move on. I was done with that one.
Some of us miss it.
Yeah.
Like everybody else in the group.
Yeah, Peter says Fellowship of the Ring, trick-taking. Yes.
I agree. It tops the crew for me as well.
I agree too, just because I love Lord of the Rings. However, there's so much... I don't want to say there's much more game with the crew, but you have 50 levels.
Well, you also get some interesting, whenever you're saying you want 7 points worth of difficult things, the deck will give you just about anything in Mission Deep Sea.
That's true.
It's a lot more structured on Quest for Planet 9.
Right.
But whenever you're playing Deep Sea, you've got all that randomness. The thing is that sort of makes almost every game of Deep Sea kind of generic.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So there is a little bit of that risk.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah.
I feel like we just finished Fellowship of the Ring so fast.
Too quickly.
It was so fast that I'm like, all right, when's the next game?
Well, it's coming.
We have to
wait a year. Soon.
And then we have to wait another year for the one after that.
So, well, I mean, at least that's more often than you get Stranger Things.
This is true. Because Amy and I have been addictive to Age of Innovation, we've been playing the heck out of that on BGA as well. I can't get enough of it. Starting to win now, which is good. She was beating me a lot, and now I'm gonna win. So I do much better when we play half of a game at once, and in one sitting or whatever, most of the game. If I'm doing one turn every several hours or every other day or whatever, it's much harder for me to focus.
Well, that's the risk of async.
Yeah, I just do
games.
So much worse with
right, or when you're playing multiple games at once, or when you're playing something and then every once in a while take turns. I have too little of an attention span. If I'm not actively engaged, I'm going to forget. And then going back to TV series again, that's my risk with TV series, is if I haven't watched something in the last month or two, I'm going to forget the last season. So I like binging everything.
Right. So, no, and I get that. And so with Feast for Odin, there's no worry in how long it takes me to take a turn.
Oh yeah, because it's one of your top 10.
That's like riding a bike. It doesn't matter. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
It's fine.
And I know what she's doing too.
She's been
crushing her opponents.
Yeah, Amy's not good at Feast for Odin. I'm sorry, Amy, but I score over 100. She scores 50. I mean, it's so maybe she's just not good at seeing the board.
So I gotta see what mine is while you continue.
I'm pretty good at Feast for Odin.
Because I don't know what my last score was.
I was invited to a game of FlipToons. I think ultimately FlipToons is fine. I don't think it's a keeper for me though, but I don't know about you. I think
there's
it doesn't really excite me as far as card games go, but it's not a bad game.
No, it's a fine game.
It is ultimately luck, the draw, and what you can cull from your deck and what you can, put into your deck. But Maybe Cosmic Beach should play Amy and Feast for Odin instead. You'll stand a chance.
I think it may need an expansion.
For Feast for Odin?
No.
Oh, for FlipToons.
Talking about?
I was like, well, Cosmic was talking about Feast for Odin, but FlipToons. I mean, even with an expansion, what are you gonna more cards? What?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, sure, but
to make it different. You know, if you're playing with the same card set each time, and you are with FlipToons, you're not putting some in and taking some out. It's always going to be the same ones.
So FlipToons is just, I don't think it's a keeper.
The new standalone Feast for Odin. What is that? Beta's mentioning something about that.
Yeah, but it's like co-designed by Uwe Rosenberg, right?
What is it?
I don't remember what it's called. I don't know.
Oh, is it?
I don't know what it is, so.
Oh, I am marked as having no plays, so I've not played since 2021.
Okay, it's been a minute.
It's been several minutes.
Yeah. I was invited to my a game of Break the Code. Last week, Dan and I played Break the Cube, which is the 3D puzzle of deduction, and you're trying to guess what people displays are. But Break the Code is just figuring out what the missing numbers are. So you're asking other people questions about their numbers, and they have to answer. And then you're trying to deduce, like, okay, you ask the question, where are your nines or something? And then they have to tell you where their nines are, if they have any nines, or whatever the question might be. How many odd numbers do you have, or what's the value of the 3 leftmost numbers, and then you have to like try and math it all out and figure it out. And so you play over like 3 rounds, or whoever gets to 3 points first wins, I think. And Kim destroyed us. She's very good at that game. And finally, the new game of Castle of Mad King Ludwig on BGA. I've been playing it. I love it. You'll be hearing me playing it more because it's so good. It's so good to play. This game is rated a 9 out of 10 for me. It's like really high up there. You still haven't played it, so we should probably do that one day. I love it because there's an auction mechanic. Like, if it's my turn to be the auctioneer, I arrange all the pieces, and then everybody buys pieces, and then I get a choice of the pieces, what's left. So it's not like I rearrange it and I buy what I want. I rearrange it, try and estimate what everybody's gonna buy for whatever's out here, and try and get the most money from everybody, because you pay me. And so it's a really great auction system, and it's a game.
But I feel like I've seen it only because I've played some of the later iterations.
You play Blueprints, but there's no auction mechanic, and that's really what's the fault of Blueprints.
Right.
It's just a drafting game, which is fine. Right. It's just
between 2 castles.
Is there an auction mechanic?
I don't remember.
No, I thought that's a drafting mechanic.
I have seen that mechanic that you're talking about, where when I'm the auctioneer, I get paid.
Right.
So I want to make sure to set it as high as possible. So.
Well, high as possible by getting paid, but if you set it too high and people don't have the money, they're not going to pay you.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a really great auction game, and we were talking about auction games this past week, and a lot of people are scared of them, but that is like one of the best for sure. So yeah, that was my week in BGA, and then Tuesday night I went to Game Group and got some games played. I learned Weather Machine, which is a big Lacerda game. Very, very, very beautiful. Been wanting to play it because it's so beautiful. The gameplay for Weather Machine is just not for me. However, it was for me more so than anybody else I played with. Everybody else at the table checked out around turn 2. So I'm like, let's just pack it up. Or they're like, no, let's finish. I'm like, we barely just started and you're already like not here. You're just pushing buttons at this point. Right. Like, it's not fun for other people if people aren't caring about a game. It's just not a fun experience. So
we've had a couple of those this week.
I get that. Now, for me, the problem in Weather Machine is more about it's not a fluid game. It's not something you're gonna like easily remember what everything does, and it's not streamlined like at all. So it's not intuitive. So if it's not any of these things, it's like, well, the player aid is not good enough to make sure you're doing everything correctly. Like, for instance, if you go to a spot where the robot kind of guy is, you have to move him to the next spot. Okay, fine, we can remember that, but every time you move him, you're also supposed to do something else. Oh. That's really easy to forget. And so it's like, okay. And then ultimately, you know, people are going to miss moving him or not putting the other thing on the board or whatever it is. Then you have to ultimately backtrack and be like, okay, well, who's done what? And there's a lot of upkeep like that. It's just like not fun, right? Like when you have so much of this automation that otherwise like a web program could do for you, right. It's just, you're not going to want to do that, especially in a 4-player game. It shouldn't need that much like extra stuff happening, right?
Right.
It's just so for me the
fiddly,
game
a little fiddly.
Oh, very fiddly. And the game was a miss for me. I mean, you're always choosing your best action. There's no like real choice in what you're doing. So that was like,
so the best, you're saying that the best action is always evident.
Yeah, because you either have resources for somewhere, you can't stay where you are, so you're gonna have to move. Therefore, what are your choices? Generally, you have no resources, so it's like, well, I have a resource here, so I might as well go there.
Right.
Like, okay, I guess I'm doing this action, or whatever it might be. It's just, it's hard to focus on a few things when you really don't, there's not enough time to build up an engine, because then the game is like over. So sure, the game didn't outstay its welcome, but you still don't feel like you accomplished much.
Right.
And then there's like this whole other mechanic in the game that's just like, why is this even a thing? Like, it's a situation where it's too much, it needed to be cut. Like, the whole thing needed to like be reworked almost.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a disappointment for me. Glad to have tried it though. You know, I don't want to say I'm not a Lacerda fan, because I am, but I'm not at the same time. Like, his games generally don't work for me. Then we had
love him though.
Yeah, love the guy.
He is.
I love the guy.
He is a riot to talk to.
Yeah.
He actually, we were. I think, were we playing Furnace or were we just talking about it?
We were playing Furnace, and he stopped by because he was at the same event that we were at.
And he's like, oh, Furnace.
This game's too hard for me.
That's way too complicated for me. And I'm like,
no.
What?
No.
No. Have you seen Lacerda's games? Your own games, sir. Have you seen them?
Have you met Lacerda?
Have you looked in the mirror today?
That's right. He's like, no, all these are great. They make sense to me. Like, what? That makes sense to you?
And Furnace does not?
Yeah, it don't make sense.
No.
So then at game night we played Turn the Tide, which is a great 5-player game. Trying to get some publisher to pick it up. You
try to play that every time you get a chance.
Well, the thing is, when we're with 5 people, and it's usually after big games, people are like kind of a little bit brain dead. You know, like they don't really want to try and pull out Planet Unknown or something a little bit heftier. And people are usually leaving after that anyway, so it's just an easy game to play, because even if someone doesn't know the rules to Turn the Tide, it's just like, well, this is the game, and it's...
Because you can't always play Battlestar Galactica.
No, you definitely can't. You definitely can't. And then several people left, and I taught Ofrenda to Jonathan and Wendy. They both were like...
What?
Like... They were like, it seems so much easier than what it is, because
it's really not that difficult.
The game itself is very easy. The puzzle of which you're trying to do the things isn't really clear until halfway through, or even scoring. You're like, oh, and I should have done this instead.
It's not clear about halfway through, and then it's not possible anytime after that. So that's my complaint.
I understand.
Yes, but they don't understand because they haven't heard it yet.
Well, we talked about it on our weekly recap, but I really like slash love Ofrenda. It's hard because, well, both Wendy and Jonathan really liked it, but they were like, I would play so much differently next time, which is true.
I wouldn't.
I know.
I would have played the same exact way, and the tiles didn't come up, so it's like...
You do see a bigger mix of cards with 3 people, so yes, you would probably like it better with more people. But I know it's not really your thing. However, I really like it.
Well, here's the catch. It should be my thing.
Okay.
Because I like placement games where you're placing it to score a lot of points. But when it's that restrictive...
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's less restrictive with 3 people.
But you're saying it's not your thing as if I don't like those sort of games.
Okay.
And that is categorically untrue.
Okay, not those types of games. I meant Ofrenda specifically.
Sure.
But I know that you didn't love it when we played it.
No.
And then
I didn't hate it. See, that's the thing. It's like, it was a game. I will quote Dan. It's fine.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I really like it. And then on stream, we played several hands of Jungo and Otter. So we did a couple videos for those if you want to see more about
super cute.
Jungo has been a major hit with all of the groups I've been playing it with. So we did a full teach and playthrough of that several times, played through. It's so quick and easy and just enjoyable that I really like it. And then you still haven't played because it was Thursday. On Thursday, I went to game group.
Yep.
And I played Vantage.
And I still haven't played anything.
Yeah, I know. Vantage, we played...
I was busy.
Yep. I played it in a group of 4 people, and I thought it would be a lot of downtime, but it really wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
I haven't played yet.
I know. So I don't remember his name. I think Brett, maybe. I don't remember. It was his copy, and I'm like, Jill, do you want to play Vantage? And she was interested, and she ended up really liking it too. So, yeah, we sat there the whole time, the 3 hours, and played, and eventually we did our mission, and we were successful, which is a bit surprising. Because of the first hour and a half, we didn't do any of our mission. We're like, not finding what we needed. How much
rules teach was there?
No, the rules are like 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh,
it's very easy game. It's a very easy game. It's more about the experience and exploration, which is cool. So the game itself is not a hard game at all. And then Friday, you and I played 3 games. Yay! So I could let you talk for a minute.
A minute.
We learned T-Witches. From the op. We plan on streaming that probably Wednesday, if not today. But T-Witches is a resource management game where you are filling up your teapots and trying to fill in your grid holding tea, but ultimately you want to feed your customers tea and make them happy, satisfied. And the more you can maintain, the more points you could possibly score at the end of the game, but it is kind of hard to maintain customers. So you have to be clever about how you're doing it. Yeah, it's basically a worker placement game with your teapots or your teapups.
Yeah.
And you can get upgrades, you can get special cards, you can get goals that you're working on, you can buy discounted upgrades if you missed it the first time around, and celebrities.
Yeah, everything is tea, something tea, you can, you have quality and things like that. So they definitely, play up that. And I guess, so each of the spots in T-Witches is called a boutique, like boutique. And I guess because witches are maybe part of Halloween, and Halloween is scary, and boo is what you say on Halloween. So boo and witches, I guess. I don't quite get the connection there, but whatever. It's cute.
It's the same designer and artwork of Flamecraft, so it's very charming.
Yeah.
And so I think it's probably trying to hit the same target as well.
And I think that if you enjoy Flamecraft, then you will also enjoy T-Witches.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, that you said just about everything that needs to be said. We did get the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the deluxe edition looks beautiful, but the colors don't quite match the cards. So constantly through the game, I've got these pink cards, and I'm going after the pinkish purple, tea color, and it's like, nope, that's red. It looks pinkish purple to me, and so then I have to adjust my thinking, and then the one that looks red, no, that's orange. And so whenever you're playing with the cardboard bits, everything looks, there's like little speckles in the tea. Well, there's no speckles on the deluxe bits because they're like clear acrylic.
Yeah, stones.
Yeah. But with the cardboard, it looks just like what it is on the card, and so probably would have been easier for me. So whenever we play this on stream, you'll see me struggle with it.
Well, what I was thinking, maybe we could put like in front of the bowl, or like in the bowl we put the actual token of the icon.
That might help.
And but what they maybe should have done is color coded the bowls.
Well, I mean, it still would have been color coded the same color as what it's the color. It's not necessarily the color. I'm recognizing it from the pattern as a colorblind person might.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if the bowls are colored or not.
Right.
I mean, if the bowl is colored red, I'm still going to see red. It's not going to match the color of my card.
Mm-hmm.
So now cardboard is a lot easier to color match because paper and paper. So it will match a lot easier.
I'm just saying if like the design of the bowls were different, where you could see the pattern on the bowl or whatever.
Maybe but so.
Yeah, I understand. Then we played a little so cute game called Mooki Island with all the cutest critters of the world. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. It is a 2-player game and a set collection game, also a memory game, because there are 2 piles where you're drawing on your turn. You're choosing one of the piles. You take a card and you look at both sides and choose which side you're adding to your own stack of cards. And then once the pile runs out, or one of the piles runs out, the game will end, and then you compare all of your whatever you've taken into your pile, and you put them into groups. And if you can win majorities of the different colors, then... Or if you have too many spiders, yes, there's spiders, I hate it, but there are spiders, then you'll have to lose one of those majorities. And it's a very simple set collection.
So it's specifically for 2 players, and I think it is perfect for kids just getting into games like this. Now, you might say, well, how young is too young? I know there's a lot of people that hesitate bringing their kids into gaming until they're 9, 10, 12, 15 years old. I say that's nonsense. My boys started playing last night on Earth, obviously with help from Dad, when they were ages 6 and 4. And that was not the first game I had played with them. But if you think, oh, well, your kids are probably not the normal. Okay, if that's the case, Mooki Island is stated ages 4 and up. And this is where you're starting to teach them pattern recognition and set collection. And you want them to sort of make those judgment calls. Hey, do I have enough of the sun, the yellow sun creatures, or should I choose the green nature creature instead? And maybe I'll get more creatures than Dad gets. So
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely is. It's interesting that it is 4+. I mean, it's very easy game, so it would be a great present for holidays or birthday or whatever. Like you said, because who doesn't love this? Such a cute artwork.
I mean, they were cute.
I was squealing a lot.
Yeah, you were
so cute. And then we also played another 2-player game. We actually have a bunch of 2-player only games.
There are a lot these days,
which is fine. We're not complaining. I like that that people are willing to publish 2-player only games, because not a lot of publishers, 5 years ago even, were like 2-player.
So we had a shelf where it was like, okay, these are all our 3-player and up games, so we can't play them together. We've got to have someone over to play them.
Right.
Now I would say, like this past Gen Con, we got more 2-player games, 2-player strictly games, than we got 3-player and up games that don't play 2-player.
Right.
So that's an interesting change.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that is partially caused by smaller box sizes. Both from the shipping issues and from the tariff issues.
That helps, but I think a lot more like couples are getting into gaming now, and people are more open to playing just 2 people. So I think.
But it's a lot easier to make player tokens and components for a 2-player game rather than a 4-player or 6-player game.
That's true too.
Commando Solo asked, do you think that's a shift in the market and leftover from COVID? Absolutely it is. Because when COVID happened and all of the shipping issues started up with the container ships just sitting, right? That started making the shipping shoot way up. I think at that moment began the shift toward smaller box size and shorter titles. The trend towards shorter and shorter games has been happening even before COVID. COVID started the shift to smaller, and I think that the tariff issue has cemented it. You want small games that don't fit, that don't cost a lot of money and don't take a lot of cargo space.
Yeah, for sure. And I do see a lot more solo, like
absolutely
you say, as well. I mean, I think a lot more people are open to playing solo games now. I tend to not go towards the solo gaming, but I'm not like opposed to it. Like we played Cartographers and we really liked it. That's a solo game. Now I'm probably not going to sit there and play it on the regular, but I'm happy to play it.
Because you do have a willing partner in the house is willing to play, and we have people come over all the time to play games. So. And
then a lot of the button shy games are solo only or solo play.
That doesn't stop us from playing them.
All right, so I'll still play them, but I'm not like seeking out the solo.
Right.
I do think there are a lot more games that want that solo feeling as well, though.
But a lot of times, we will play solo games as sort of a cooperative 2-player thing. So you're getting further and further off into the underwater city, I think.
That's fine. So that 2-player game we played after Mooki Island was Architects of Amytis, which is kind of a tic-tac-toe feeling to it a little bit.
It's sort of weird with that. But yes.
Your worker placement, you place a guy on a tile, you take that tile, and he stays on the board, and you're trying to get your guys in a line to get a bonus scoring at the end of the game.
So you're taking them from a 3x3 grid and putting them on a 3x3 grid.
No, it's a 4x4.
It is?
4.
I needed to have 3, 2, 1.
I thought, okay. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I didn't have that goal.
I had the goal, and it was literally a 3x3 grid. And you are trying to make patterns on this 3x3 grid. So you're going to score based on what the building type is. And I think they did a really good job of the scoring goals. You've got different sides to the cards, and so it might score one way this game, but a different way another time. And that's going to change the game up a little bit each time.
Yeah, but every color has so many of each type of building, so you're not going to like see like all pink being all the same building, which is nice because you have different goals you're trying to do with your pattern.
For sure. I would actually not like it if it was that way because, let's say I've got a line of 3 pink buildings. If they're all the same building, well, that might give an unfair advantage if pink is clearly better or worse than all the other colors. So I think that I like how they did what they did. So
yeah, I think it's a really good 2-player game because at first I was like, we're just never gonna be able to get 3 in a row on the main board with our guys. But then at one point I'm like, Michael's gonna get it anyway. I'm gonna take the tile I want, and I'm just gonna go for the tiles I want.
And that worked because I got my butt kicked. I
filled a lot of goals. I got a lot of palaces that gives me extra goals to work towards, and that ended up giving me a lot of points. Now, not to say your strategy didn't work either, because you had a lot of points from having the diagonals having the I was trying to get the
3 in a row, all the goals.
Yeah, so you were getting some points that way, so I was a little nervous about that.
But
not enough. So
that's from Le Bois de Jus.
Yeah, I liked it. I think that's pretty good. Yep. If you like the 30-minute 2-player games, I think this would fall in line with a lot of that type. Hey, now we made it to Saturday. Game day! Game day yesterday. I wanted to play Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay.
And so that's what we did right off the bat.
And it was long experience.
From Chili Fox.
Yeah, we had a lot of, I don't want to say issues, but I had to.
I want to say issues.
I know.
Can we say issues?
You can say issues.
I'm going to say issues. They could have been clearer.
Things could have been clearer in the rules. Now, that being said, the rules weren't terrible.
No.
That we actually didn't have that many big concerns with the rules itself.
No, but there were cases that I would not even consider to be edge cases that were just not explained clearly. For example, there are flags on these pirate cards when you hire them to be crew. So every time you place a pirate of a certain flag color in your crew, you're going to put them all in a column. Well, you're going to have 1 or 2 flags on your board. You're going to have another flag on that pirate. And then when you cover up that pirate, it says to cover up everything except the top symbols. Well, that cuts off the flag. So the concern is, what, do you get the strength of all the flags? And the answer is yes. They could have fixed it in their example. Their example had 2 flags on the board and 1 pirate, and they never show you what happens in a situation with 2 pirates. Could have done it right there in that one example. Note to publishers, always illustrate your edge cases in your examples, but don't give rules in your example. Illustrate your edge cases.
Yeah, so that was like one thing that they missed. And then, so the actual game itself is a pirate-themed Euro game where you are going around collecting points by doing various things. Your points will be the money, the doubloons you've collected throughout the game, and plus a whole lot of extra scoring for the area controls on the board at the end of the game and other types. What was was it fortresses? Hideouts. There's hideouts you can score for as well, which I didn't even partake in because I'm like, I'm going to go to the beach.
She went to the beach, I went to the hideouts. And so we had completely different strategies.
Yeah, and then...
actually, I take it back. I went to the crates and then moved the guys into the hideouts.
That's true, yeah. And I just didn't have a lot of movement. I mean, every guy at the beach is going to die at the end of the game, so I was trying to move them off the beach, but I should have just said, you know what, everybody's going to die, and that's it.
Because that's the life of a pirate.
It's buried in the sand. So, meanwhile, while you're moving along this track, you're also fighting monsters and trying to push the game along by moving forward. Now, it's also a game where you're selecting actions each turn, and you can't select the same action you just did unless you have a lock token that you can use. But you're going to move, you're going to recruit people, or you're going to take an invade action of the lands on the board. So those are like the three things you're doing by playing these cards. At the end of your turn, you're going to get another card into your hand from the display. So you're managing your cards, trying to do what you want to do with the cards that you have in your hand, which if you want to do a yellow action, you better be ready with a yellow card. So, don't use all your yellow cards in other ways, kind of thing. So
it's sort of weird though, because if you are going after, so the rules actually say that, oh, hey, red is good for the crate actions, and black is good for the hideout actions, and blue is good for all purpose. So I'm like, oh, so if I focus on this color, I should be able to do all those things. No. There are some crate locations that have nothing to do with the red, and so a little disappointed in that. It's like I saw zero correlation between
most of my island, my desert spaces, my beach spaces were yellow except for like one space. So
and then yellow is supposed to be good for the beaches. So.
Yeah, so I didn't have a problem except at the end where it wasn't yellow, which was fine. It wasn't like, it was like a lesser action for the beach. Right. Also, it wasn't like a really good
right, but then you can't do that thing that you always do.
That's true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But in theory, it's a lesser action, so you don't need as many guys, and it's in a different color or whatever. It's probably thought about, but it didn't bother me that much. We did play with milestones, which was the issue with our game specifically.
Yeah, but so here's the defense with that. There are, I believe, 3 variants that came with the game. Some of the variants, they recommend that newbie players not introduced for a while, and experienced players can do it after, for example, after your first game. You can add in certain variants. With the milestone variants, all a milestone variant are basically in-game scoring goals, right? And when you get these milestone scoring goals, if you're first, you get the cool upgrade for your boat. That's great. That gives you something to focus on. And the rule book says, if you are a new player, consider adding this maybe sometime after your first play, but experienced players can start playing with this on their first game. I'm like, great. And normally we do that because if it is something with an end game goal or an in game goal,
makes sense.
We almost always add those in because it gives a little bit something extra to think about. Cosmic Beat, we are talking about Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay. So we added it in. And let me preface all of this by saying that after reading the rule book, this is late in the month. In a month that we played 80 games, I predicted it would be in my top 10 of the month. Prediction laid right there on the table. And then we played it. And 95% of the time, I'm usually right about things after reading the rule book. We played with these milestones and we broke the game so hard. Board Game Addict UK. We just answered that. It's right here. Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay. We broke the game so hard. Where's the score pad? And by we...
You didn't put the scores on the score pad.
I did put the scores on the score pad. Oh, I didn't. However, I didn't put the scores on the score pad. I did not add them up. But you can see from this top row for James and Steph, James, my lead playtester, when I say we broke the game, my lead playtester broke the game, and there's a reason why he's my lead playtester. He broke the game so hard that the 3 of us together including Steph's exploit, did not come close to beating him.
I didn't even exploit anything. I mean,
you sort of did.
I went to the beaches. Nobody challenged me on the beaches. And I went to the beaches. Yeah. So that's...
No, it's no fault of yours.
I think there's a fault in the milestone. I don't think there's a fault in what I was doing. Because that's actually like... That should have been stopped.
Well, so the designers in their defense said, well, why didn't you hate draft things away from him? You can't take away tiles that replenish every time they're taken.
Right. For the crate strategy,
which he was doing. So if you're going to add in things like milestones, and you recommend it for experienced gamers, do not be upset when you fall out of my top 10 rankings for a month.
No, I don't think they're upset.
No, I'm not. I don't think that they're upset. I'm just saying that don't put them in there if they have not been play tested enough.
So anyway, I was talking with one of the designers, throughout this game, and basically they're going to put out a FAQ and a fix or some sort of correction to what James did officially before the release, or at least the release isn't scheduled to like Spiel. So
right. So they have time.
Mid-October, right? So it's a few months away to get in a correction for what he did. Now,
but I am concerned that there are others. I'm concerned that these were not play tested enough.
I agree that I don't know exactly. I definitely want to play it again. Now, we were definitely, this game ends on the dependent of players. And we were all very much slow going it at the beginning. And yes, that is how a lot of people will play the game. Because everybody wants to build up their character, get more things going before they start attacking things that they can't really attack.
So let's explain a little bit. Let's unpack this. So there are mean sea creatures. We're all in the first sea space. In every other sea space on the board, there's a bad sea creature. And if you are the first to go there, you're fighting that sea creature. Okay? So, whenever you go along the sea, if you fight the sea creature and lose, you can have your ship torn to pieces, which can cause your score to quickly dip into the negatives.
Right.
Matter of fact, I lost 38 points from my ship getting beaten up. Mm-hmm. So, and that was quite a bit, I got to tell you.
That was a lot.
But I was trying to move my boat along. Now, here's the thing. As you're going along, there are these spots on either side of your river area. Why are they in a river? Aren't they ocean pirates? Anyway, doesn't matter. You've got the spots on either side of you. You are going to try to do, if you are a good, experienced gamer, you are going to maximize the amount of bang for your action, right? Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
So, we made sure we had enough power before we went up. We made sure we had the cards that we needed before we went to our shorelines, right?
Yeah.
That we could do the actions that we wanted to take.
Sure.
And so as a result, we're moving slowly along through here. And we started running out of components. It's not that we ran out of one component. We ran out of all the components.
And money.
Yes.
Especially money, obviously, with James' score of
not
500.
just especially money, also especially food, also especially rum, also especially rings, also especially maps. And we were playing at 4 players, sure, but it should not have run that lean. We basically took our phones, put on the table, and any component we put on a phone was ×5. It's the only way we could get through it.
Yeah.
So, not the rum.
Yeah, we didn't have enough rum. Obviously, we're pirates.
But when we started, we we started having problems with James's exploit. And so we start messaging the designers and they're like, y'all seem to be moving very slow. Yeah, we're not going to fight the monsters when we can't fight the monsters. And so when you saw James doing the exploit, the game was already going to be over because we saw he was going to get, I think it
80
was
and then
80,
100
it was
and then
80 points.
125.
Yeah, it was 80 points a turn, every other turn, because you can't do the same action every turn. 80 points every other turn. So Steph took it upon herself to go as far and as fast as she could go. Every other turn, she was going 3 spaces and getting knocked down a little bit by the sea monsters. You were the best prepared for it. And so Steph triggered the end.
Eventually, but then you still get 2 more turns.
Yes. So yeah, some games have an abrupt ending, right? It ends on the person's turn. Some games help that a little bit by having everyone get the same number of turns. Then there is the term soft landing, where not only do you finish the round, you get 1 more turn. No. This is a feather soft landing, where you finish the round and then 2 more complete rounds. So Steph was second in turn order. So James and Susan both got 3 more turns.
Once I ended the game.
When she ended the game.
So that means James could activate his thing 2
more times. Or 3 if he had a couple of unlocks.
Yeah, who knows? It was definitely
it was rough experience.
It was a rough experience. That being said, I still like the game. I know that the milestones, I would not, when I play this on a Tuesday, I'm going to bring it to Tuesday group. I'm going to play it again because I want to.
Sure.
I need to give it a fair shake because that obviously was not a fair shake.
That's a fair shake.
And I'm not going to use milestones. I mean, there could be a fix for the milestones. We thought of several ways that could at least help.
Right.
Even the designer was like, well, even if you just did this, or this to fix it, I'm like, that all of these things would have helped it. Yes.
I'm just a little... So, the exploit is, for those of you who are watching this a year from now, probably nobody, but when you max out an attribute, guns, swords, shields, food production, when you max any of those out and you get 1 more, it's a reputation. When you max the reputation track, you get 5 gold. 5 gold is 5 points, right? Every gold is a point.
Yeah.
So this milestone exploit was every time you plunder a crate, you get 1 thing from every one of your undelivered crates. Okay, don't deliver any crates and get all of the stuff, which we're already short on resources, and he was not getting any resources because there were also those tools on those crates: guns, swords, food production, shields. I don't know if those food production, but there were the other ones. Mm-hmm. So after he maxed everything, which is really easy, every crate that had one of those icons on it was an extra 5 points. Because I take a gun, 5 points. I take a shield, 5 points. I take a sword, 5 points. For every crate, for plundering 1 crate. And on an action, you get 2 plunders. Or 3 if you're at the right spot.
No, there's only ever 2.
Oh, no, you're right. There is only 2. There's 3 and 4 treasure chests. There's only 2 crates. Still,
the milestone is just way too good.
So, you could fix it by not having a reputation increase when you max out your tools. You could have it where you can't duplicate the tools. You could have it where you can only duplicate 2 or 3 of your undelivered crates, giving you incentive to not hold any more than 3.
Exactly.
You only have so much, or you can only have so much space on your boat. It's not unlimited. It's a boat.
His suggestion was only resources, not tools.
Yes.
And that would definitely fix it.
Except there's not enough resources in the box. So none of that bothers me a lot. What bothers me is if my lead playtester could find it, why did yours not? So...
Because they're set on playing a certain way, and that's not how we were playing, and they needed to do more blind testing.
They needed
sure,
they needed more play testing with different gamers.
Yeah.
It's clear they played it with a few similar groups of gamers. Had to be. Because otherwise none of that would have happened. Even on a normal non-exploit type of thing, before James even knew he was going to do the exploit, we all clustered together at the start. And no one wanted to trigger the feeding of the pirates until we all had the ability to feed our pirates. Why go faster than that? Anyway.
Yeah.
This is one of those games where I like what it wanted to do, and I do not like what it did. I wanted to love this
And
game.
for me, the verdict is still out there. Right now,
That's
like,
fair.
It's like a 7 out of 10. Now, this could go down or up depending on my next play. You know,
And 7's not a bad score.
It's hard to judge it off of this play because of what happened.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Our top 10 video is next Wednesday.
I know. Hopefully, I'll play it before then so I can know.
You are probably going to play this at Tuesday group.
I'm going to try.
If this changes your score, will you possibly push it into your top 10?
My top 10 is not set right now. Like,
it's not set until September 4th, right?
It's in flux until we do our top 10 or I post my blog, which is not going to happen because that's 80 something games to write about that I have not yet done. On the plus side, it's all drafted out. It's just... It still could change, though.
We talk 30 minutes about Scoundrel Bay and 30 minutes about the other games.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot to say about this one.
There's a lot to say.
And it's
and y'all need to know.
It's a hot game release at Essen.
It's a hot game. It's not a bad game.
No, I like it.
It's not a bad game. It's
not a pirate game where I'm going around beating you up, and that's like what I want. like Maracaibo. Like, I love Maracaibo.
Yeah.
It's not about beating other people up. And it's a pirate-themed game.
Exactly.
That's what I want. So, I am not set on what that one play. I need to play it again for sure.
Sure.
Then we played other games that weren't great either.
Oh, great either?
I mean, I like that, but it's hard when you're playing with 3 people who are not enjoying the experience. So.
Here's the thing, I should have enjoyed the experience because I like what it wants to do. Oh, hey, you can't take the same action more than once. That's cool. Oh, hey, you build up your engine. They actually said this in the rules. You're building up your engine of pirates by recruiting pirates. But you're really not. So, yeah. I like what it wants to do.
Yep.
We played
Frank's Zoo. It's an older title that's getting a new release. Oh, God.
No, we're fine.
Okay. Just hear things falling.
Don't worry about it. Check the floor for pieces.
This is, 1999 originally or something? Old school.
You should say from Heidelberg.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people might have played this already because it's been around. Is what I'm trying to get
Been around.
This is
Been around.
climbing game, trick-taking climbing game, and then it doesn't have numbers, but it has like animal pictures. So if you play a fox, then he's always worried about the animals above him. So like that elephant there is scared of the mouse. So the only thing that could beat the elephant is a mouse. So if you play 2 elephants, 2 mice could beat it. Or the next player could play 3 elephants, for instances, if that's the card being played. And so
you can either outnumber or you can outclass or out something.
I don't know.
It's outnumber or looking. Or outrank.
Yeah. And so you're just trying to get rid of all the cards in your hand. So it's a very simple climbing game, and it's fine. I had played it before. There's nothing wrong with it. cute.
Yep.
But I'm not like excited to play it more, I guess. So
That's Frank's thing.
definitely better than some of the Idle Heidelberg games. Then we played a really, really bad game called Survive Elimination Party Game. This is bad.
Survive Workplace Edition. And so you are given workplace, and they're not even really workplace.
It's like everyday
scenarios.
Everyday scenarios.
Where you are being asked which person is most likely to die in this situation. All right.
And then you have to point to somebody at the table.
As a park ranger clearing the hiking trails through Yellowstone National Park, 2 bear cubs run up next to you. Where is Mom? And you are in. Everyone is in this situation. 3, 2, 1. Vote for who's gonna die. And so, we actually got the deluxe edition with the Survive scorecards. We got some sort of autofocus going on here. Anyway, so on these scorecards, it's a dry erase thing where you keep track of your deaths. And so you've got 25 lives. The first person to lose 25 lives loses the game. So that was an example of...
I don't even know how that's workplace.
Of one of those cards. And so I guess if you're a park ranger, that's your workplace?
I guess.
So that is Survive Workplace Edition. And if that wasn't enough to cause controversy, you've got Survive History Edition, or to make things even more controversial, why not play Survive Political Edition? Gaming is supposed to be fun, and that's not fun.
No, that's not us. This is more of a...
Yeah, it's supposed to be a party game, but
no.
The last thing you want is to alienate your friends by bringing up controversial topics or bringing up things that are political in nature, or I can't even imagine. Anyway, it's yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot even. A lot of games that we've been talking about, you know, with all the problems I had with Scoundrel Bay, it's a good game there. I would not recommend Survive.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
That's a sad cloud.
That's a sad cloud. And then we played Journey Adventure Quest, or Jack, from Triceratops Games.
I like this.
This was a pleasant surprise.
It's a drafting game, so I always like drafting games.
Yes. So, you are all trying to... So, let me back up. There's cooperative mode and non-competitive mode. And we played competitive mode, though we are not beating each other up. I think it's a little bit... it's...
There's
you know, whenever you think
cards.
competitive mode, you're like, oh, I need to take her out. And it's really not like that at all. There might be a couple of cards in here. Steal 1 gold from each player.
And then there was one like, give everybody 3 damage.
Give everyone, so much, 1 damage, 2 damage,
It's
whatever.
Not that.
Give everyone 3 damage is no different than you healing 3 damage in this game, because it's just 1 victory point, basically.
Yeah.
So, don't be put off by competitive or non-competitive. They're both probably fun, and they're both played similarly. You're going into a dungeon or on a journey to defeat this monster, and you are doing it by leveling up your equipment, and then the monsters will also level up. So, can you beat the monster? Then you're going to get to share in the winnings for that, and you're trying to race to complete your adventures as well as the shared quests that everybody has. Yeah, this was lighthearted fun.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it more than I thought I would.
I did too. It was a small publisher in a cramped booth at Gen Con. And it looked interesting enough, and we're like, yeah, we'll show your game, and this I would recommend. So
nice.
Good job, Triceratops. That's Journey Adventure Quest, or Jack.
And then from our just unplayed shelf of opportunity, we played Princess Bride, Prepare to Die again.
Which is the sequel to the Princess Bride Prepare to Die game, which everyone at the table entered it in as the first one, not the second one, which is sort of funny.
Yeah.
Entered it into their phones because we all keep track. Basically, it's apples to apples, Princess Bride style. So I say, hello, my name is... Normally it's
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we have to hand out cards.
You ruined my risotto. Prepare to die. Or, which that would win on win. Gordon Ramsay.
Obviously, that would win.
Or you didn't cook the welly. The beef Wellington.
Oh yeah.
Prepare to die.
Yeah. So you have these cards,
and whoever submits
submit a card,
the best answer. You blinked my blank. Prepare to die. Whoever submits the best one gets the point. Easy. It's
basically a nothing game.
It's nothing. It's apples to apples.
It's fine. I would play it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's been done about 1 million times.
It's lazy, easy design.
Yeah.
Not provided by the publisher.
No.
And then
we played 19 games of...
Was it 19?
I counted.
You counted.
We played 19
games. Any game that you play 19 games of, it's probably pretty good. Take time.
This is the new Bomb Busters, and by Bomb Busters I mean the new replacement to get that itch of we want to keep playing games.
And by Bomb Busters, she means rated #1 last year. This is out with the old, in with the new. Well, no, not out with the old.
It seems to always be something. Like, I mean, Fellowship is also up there. I mean, it was amazing. It's been a constant winning game for me.
Someone might think that you might like cooperative campaign games.
Who might think that? The Crew, Fellowship of the Ring, Trick Taking Game, Bomb Busters, Take Time,
Pathfinder adventure card game.
Well, yeah, we should do that.
The addiction that started it all.
We should do that with Amy. We should.
I told you that. I told you it would be perfect.
We should.
We got James and Susan into it. They love it.
Yeah, and their whole family.
For Pathfinder.
Yeah.
But this, we got James and Susan into.
So we played 11 games with Dan, and it took that many to get us through the first 4 rounds. We played 19 games with James and Susan, and we got through level 12. So we got through 3 packets of games.
We had as many losses with James and Susan as we did with Dan.
I blame Dan. This game is amazing. We're actually going to do a teacher playthrough today with it. It's pretty easy, ultimately, but the game itself is just so interesting.
Yes.
Because you're playing cards face down and you're trying to guesstimate what your teammates are doing, and for them not to mess it up. Like, one of the levels is like that we played yesterday was like, okay, we need a certain card in this position, and this position, 2 positions, and so the first person face downs a card, and you're like, okay, I think we know what that is. The next player places a card face down, and the other one, I'm like, okay, we think we know what that is. No, we didn't. I'm like, what?
So the card that needed to be placed face down was the lowest knight card, right?
Just
the card that needed to be, was it the low? Oh, it was the lowest card period.
We had 2 lows.
So It needed to be the lowest or the second lowest card. The card sheet, the values are from 1 to 12. The card she laid down was an 8.
Let's
everyone count, shall we?
Everybody else was like, "Oh, she played there. That means she has the low
clearly,
one. She thinks
she's got a 1 or a 2."
So I'm like, okay, my 3 won't be needed then. It's got to be lower than that. Like,
no, your 3 was the second lowest card.
My 3, and I went to that position, and I'm so glad I did.
Woo!
Because
we would have lost.
It saved us. I was like, what? I was literally shocked when I saw that it was an 8.
This game.
Anyway, you're putting all these cards face down, and then you reveal them, and they have to go in ascending order, the values. And so it's very clever how they challenge you with each new map, and it's crazy to see if you can do it or not.
Yes.
It's like revealing the mind in the dark. Like, do we do it? Do we do it?
Except you can't really give any information. Like, I mean, you know whether I've got... Okay, I say you can't give any information.
This shurikens, but
you can't. Well, so in the mind, if I'm going like super slow like this, you're like, he's not anywhere close, but he's probably closer than I am, right? So that is a little information that you've got. I say you don't have information like this in the mind, but not exactly. That's not exactly true. For example, if I have to play in the lowest card position and it's my turn and I instantly slam down a card, you know I didn't think about it.
No.
I had something I quickly put down. Got to be the 1. I don't even have to ask him what it is. It's got to be the 1.
It's got to be.
It's got to be the 1.
It's got to be.
Now, if I sit here and think about it and think about it and think about it, and then I reluctantly put out a 1. I can't say anything. I can't even give...
Right.
I can't give hints or anything.
We just have to...
But if I'm sitting there thinking about it, you know it's not the 1, but I'm having to put something.
Yeah.
So, that's information.
Yeah.
This is great.
No, I love what they're doing. And it's every game so far has been very different. And you have a different objective, and they have new rules with each packet, and it's very clever. There's 40 games in here, so we've only played 12 of them.
Yes.
So fun. I love it a lot.
Take time from Live-a-Lude.
Yeah, it's great.
2 to 4 player.
Yeah.
So.
And then after James and Susan left, you and I played a 2-player game of Golems, which is a little 2-player.
Oh, I need to add that. That's where that one game is.
That's where that one game is. I thought you added it, but...
I did not.
No, you did. You said you had. It's weird.
I thought I did, but for some reason...
Because I remember you saying, it's going to be a nobody wins situation.
Gole. Maybe I just didn't enter it. Golems, no plays.
It is a resource management you need to get these resources to basically buy the golems, and there's special scoring cards that you can get. It's a simple drafting game, I guess, but you're spending these crystal cubes.
Is it up here?
No.
But I gotta say,
there's nothing special. And every single one of these little 2-player games from Thunder Griff Games, really, really poor rule books. Really bad.
From what I understand, this was a known issue, and they did not fix it, which sadly is becoming more and more common with publishers these days.
100%. It's why? Don't you want your games to succeed? I don't get it.
I guess not.
I don't get it at all.
I don't understand.
Put a little effort into these rule books.
So on your turn, you take one of the cards into your hand, either paying gems or getting gems off of it, depending on where the card is at the time. That's neither here nor there. That part is easy to understand. Then they say you can use a golem by playing him as a golem and then taking all of the resources, or you can play him as a resource, meaning he will contribute to creating another golem in the future. Here's the catch. The rules do not say, what the process is between taking it from the draft area, the market, so to speak, and then actually using it. So there are cards that can be kept in hand that can help with scoring and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, I'll take this golem to my hand. Eventually, when I get the resources, I'll lay that golem down. And then maybe 3/4 of the way through the game, I looked on the Geek and found out, oh, wait a second, I can't take golems into my hand. I have to have it when I'm ready to play it. So, no. And so it was a blown game, and I'm like, I don't care enough to play anymore.
Yeah, not great.
It was
not great.
Yeah, because if they cannot make it clear what the rules ought to be to the point that the game is just blown, I can't even retcon it without we have to start over. I'm like, no. I've played enough of this to know what this game is, and this is not for me. So,
unfortunately, the artwork's pretty, the pieces are pretty.
Yes.
But a rulebook can easily ruin a game. And many of their games in this size box for 2 players have been ruined because of the rulebook. So
that's sad.
That's ridiculous.
All they have to do...
It's ridiculous.
So, I understand you're trying to make it in a small box. I understand that paper costs are expensive. It's expensive to actually get anything more than a 4-page, fold out rules.
Yeah.
To actually get more pages with a staple in the middle. I get it. It increases the cost of your game. It increases the space that it's going to take in your game. But if you expect people to play your game without knowing what the rules are, you're going to have some method of conveying those rules to the people. They can't just guess. And sadly, a lot of people just guess on rules.
Yeah,
You would not believe the number of times I've been to game night and they're like, we don't need the rules. Let's just start playing. We'll pick it up. No. Do you know me?
Clearly not.
No.
Okay, so...
I am the god of rules!
That's for sure.
You cannot go into this game without rules!
Sometimes you can.
No.
Alright, so... Since...
Someone's gonna clip that.
So since we didn't talk about movies last week, did you want to talk about anything we've seen this week?
Yeah!
So the past couple weeks...
I gotta get my playlist out.
Of the movies. I've been to the movies several times this month. Freakier Friday, amazing. Loved it. Loved it better than Freaky Friday. Nobody 2 was great. It was so good. And we just watched Nobody just like a few weeks ago. And
it does. Why does it not show up for me? Oh yeah, that's the one that doesn't show up.
That's the one that doesn't show up.
We saw it on Thursday, and
the day before it's scheduled to be released.
So this is a funny thing about Steph. Steph loves movies, and she maintains her a geek list on Board Game Geek called Steph's Movie and TV Series List 2025, which goes back many years. Yeah. So be sure to subscribe to that on Board Game Geek.
If you like TV.
If you like movies and TV.
Yeah.
So A-List keeps a list of all the movies that you have seen. As you can see, it keeps a list of all of them. Here's the catch. Nobody 2 we saw on Thursday. And for some reason, they must have deleted it in their database and re-added it to their database because it's nowhere in our past listing. So, Steph called AMC Corporate and said, hey, I want this on the list. And they said, ma'am, we can't put it on the list. We have no way of doing it. Yeah, that's bullcrap.
I emailed because they couldn't do it at AMC. Yeah. No shocking. It wasn't shocking to me.
So, we have A-List, which means we can go see an unlimited number of, well, 4 movies every week. Nobody's going to see 4 movies in a week. Really. I mean, you got to like live at the movie theaters to see 4 in a week. So she saw Nobody 2 again by going to the theater and going, bloop, and then walked out.
That's what happened.
That girl crazy.
That's what happened. Thanks. Somehow it's in there. I did see Fantastic Four. I loved it.
I did too. Now, here's the question everyone wants to know. Superman or Fantastic Four First Steps?
Well, actually, I saw Superman this week
Yes,
too.
you did. So but everyone wants to know which one is the better.
I rate them both 7. They're basically equal to me. I don't need to see either of them again.
I was a DC kid growing up. Read the DC comics and whatnot, and big into Legion of Superheroes, and I was not that big into Batman, but Superman was a pretty big deal. I was not a Marvel kid, but then all of the movies came out. Obviously, Superman, great. Batman, the classic 80s Batman movies were fun romps filled with drama. And then the Marvel movies came out and they were fantastic. They brought all of these Marvel characters to life. I bonded with them. They were great. And then DC had some real bad flubs. This last iteration of Superman, I set the bar super, super, super low, and it beat that bar. So I had an entertaining time. However, Crypto the dog is annoying. He saves Superman multiple times. Superman is a wimp. He had to be rescued multiple times by multiple people. All the other heroes were kicking butt. Superman kicked exactly. Here's the butt kick counter for Superman. 0 butts kicked by Superman. All the other characters kicked butt. No. Superman was whiny. Lex was petty. Neither of them. Superman is not supposed to be whiny. Lex is not supposed to be petty. He's supposed to be a brilliant genius. Devious, not petty. And it's not that they were cast wrong, they were written wrong.
I actually really liked him who played.
I love the actors. I think the actors are well cast. I think they acted it just fine.
I think
based on how they were written, but they were written poorly.
I think all of the supporting cast in Superman was great.
I do too.
That's why I liked it. Except the dog. I wish the dog were smart and not dumb.
I think Guy Gardner, fantastic. I think Mr. Terrific, terrific. As if, you can't get any better than terrific for Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Hot girl, and she's hot girl. I mean, what can you do with someone who can fly and has a mace? I don't know. It does nothing for me. I never liked Hawkman or Hawkgirl.
That's fine. I don't really know.
You don't. Yeah, you don't.
I don't care.
I love Green Lantern. One of my favorites growing up. Gotta say. And although we've never had a movie with Guy Gardner in it, love Nathan Fillion's portrayal of Guy Gardner, who is
amazing. I love him.
The butthole Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Said nicely. Yeah, that was done very well. All of that. But yeah, the writing for Superman and Lex, poor. Fantastic Four, I don't have a bond with those characters. Love their portrayal. I know enough about their characters to know whether they're being played well. Love them all. I loved Richie from The Bear as the Thing. Loved him. Pedro Pascal. Loved him. I don't know Johnny Flash and Sue Storm. I don't know their actor names. They were great. Everyone perfectly cast. Everyone.
Yeah, I didn't care about any of them.
That said,
so I to me, I'm like, whatever.
That said, it's not very heroic to not sacrifice not just your baby, but yourself and your baby for the universe. Okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah, I did not care.
I'm not saying it's ever right to sacrifice a baby, especially if it's a baby with like cosmic powers. But you know, it's everybody else's kid that you're saving. I mean, you think nothing of it when it's you going up against a big bad guy, right? Because then you're sacrificing yourself. I get that you don't want to sacrifice your kid, but you sacrifice yourself for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the justification for it. I mean, anyway, I preferred Fantastic Four. Much preferred Fantastic Four.
I preferred many others.
I totally get that.
All of the
Though
fours.
you did say 7.
So,
out of 10.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's
I'm not upset.
It's fine.
It was definitely, they were definitely better than I thought. I wasn't even gonna see Superman, but then somebody said Nathan Fillion was in it, so I'm like, okay, great.
I saw Together and Weapons in August.
And I saw Weapons.
You saw Weapons.
So I really liked it.
Steph was like, should I go see it? I don't want to be scared. I'm like, I don't know.
No,
I think you'll like it, but you might get scared.
I did really like it. It was definitely more of a thriller.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to say is that it's not horror, it's a thriller. And that held up. Yeah. So yeah, for sure.
And I like how they did the movie, how it's like broken up into different viewpoints, and so I really appreciated that. And yeah, definitely glad I went to see it.
Done really well. Together, more horror than thriller, I would say. Where this couple stumbles upon this area where they accidentally should not be, and end up merging together. Where
it's too weird for me.
You fall asleep like this, and then when you wake up, you gotta go, I can't move my hand off of the arm, and it's weird, creepy, freaky.
Yeah, not for
you
me.
would not have liked it.
Nah, not for me.
So a much preferred Weapons. We are gonna see Screen Unseen tomorrow.
Yeah, I really hope it's a long walk.
I really hope it is too.
Everybody's saying they think it's gonna be, but they also saying that the long walk is supposed to be labeled as horror, and it would be Scream Unseen. So now
I don't think so.
I'm like, I don't know if it is a horror movie.
But you know what? Surprise me. If it's something different, then
they're anticipating the threesome.
The what?
The movie called The Threesome, which I watched the trailer for it. It looked fine. I want it to be the long walk. Is what I want it to be.
Well, hopefully we find out, and maybe we cancel last minute.
That's what.
And you know what? If we don't, it doesn't matter because AMC A-list.
That's right. But yeah,
I'm only wasting an hour and a half of my time.
So we'll see tomorrow.
That's right.
And
what's the runtime on this? 1 hour 49 minutes.
That's long.
I hope it's long walk.
Wow, that is long.
That's not that long.
At 2.5 hours.
If you count all the previews and stuff.
Well, plus previews, so 3 hours.
1 hour 49.
Oh, I thought you said 149 minutes.
No, I said 149.
Oh, okay.
1 hour 49 minutes.
That's not long.
No.
I thought it was like 2.5 hours.
They did not give it in minutes.
I thought it was minutes.
They give it in hours and minutes.
Cool. Well, we'll see. So that's our weekly recap. Not as long as Dan's.
Well, one more thing.
Oh, okay.
You've been watching a lot of an old series that you just recently started watching. Black Mirror.
A lot of this. Yes.
And you have not rated a single one lower than 7 out of 10.
There's one that's lower.
What?
There is one episode that is
I
lower.
looked through your ratings and did not see any rated lower than 7.
I think it was like 2.
Oh, that's right. That's the 2. There was a 2. I remember now.
I really, really am enjoying
But there's always going to be one stinker.
Black Mirror.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is really good. Ugh.
Highly recommend seeing it.
And everyone is better for whatever reason. And there's always a weird twist. Like a weird underlying theme or something. It's like, I do love the show. I just want more of it. Of all of it.
Of all of it.
Want more from each story.
6 episodes in a season is not enough.
Well,
it's
season 5 was like
3 episodes. I know.
It was horrible.
Well, have you done the interactive one?
Not yet.
You need to do it.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Yeah. Well, it happened during, I think, season 5. That's in place of the other episodes, I think.
I caught a few of the Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, these like Streamberry.
I've seen that.
Which comes back. Streamberry is Netflix.
But in Black Museum, they have like some artifacts from earlier.
From
yeah.
And if you've seen them recently, you catch it.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
And they're all
good episodes.
And now we're on Mr. Robot.
Now, yeah, we started watching Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Really good. I love it.
After watching Love is Blind UK season 2. Guilty pleasure show for us.
Which actually was not a bad season.
Was not a bad season?
Ultimately. There's been some bad seasons.
Yes.
No, loving Mr. Robot. We're only a few episodes in though.
Yeah. We're like,
I'm gonna be all in, so whether or not you continue, I'm going to continue watching it.
Yeah, we're halfway through season 1. I'm for a series to be good, characters have to be likable. There's barely enough likable characters in this to make it to where I'm like bonding with them. However, they aren't making any of the motives clear yet, and I think to bond with the characters you have to have clear motive, and that's not there yet. So I'm hoping that solidifies.
I just really like the writing tone.
Yes.
Like
they're trying.
The way it's presented is really interesting to me.
Yeah, they're trying, in my opinion, a little too hard to keep everything secret. You know what I mean? It's when everything is a twist, nothing is a twist.
Sure. I mean, I'm not seeing that everything is a twist yet.
Oh, look, this person you didn't expect in this building is in this building. Oh, look, the person that's following you that wasn't supposed to be following you is following you. It's a lot of coincidences that they're going to, at some point, let you in on. They need to start... I don't want it to turn into a Lost for me. And that would mean they keep spinning out these breadcrumbs that lead nowhere. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, Lost did not sew up its story things. Notable Joe says plot twist can turn into crutches. Yes. Hey, Heroic. Exactly. And that I don't want it to turn into that.
Sure.
So I'm hopeful. We'll keep going with this for another. I think by mid-season 2, if they don't start coming up with some directions, then it's going to turn into a Lost for me. This thing happens every now and then. It happened for me on Expanse, which I love sci-fi. Expanse season 3. People started doing things that were not logically in character, and it completely lost it for me, to the point that even Steph did not continue it, and that I'm not used to that happening with you.
No.
So
well, there's another series that I was watching called 9 Perfect Strangers. I watched season 1. Stop. And I watched season 1. I really like season 1. Now there's season 2, and I started watching season 2, and I watched it all the way up until 20 minutes till at the ending. I have 20 minutes left, and then I've finished it, but I don't even want to.
You should watch the last 20 minutes.
I don't even want to. It's like, I don't...
So, I mean, it's like
I mean,
the last...
I should.
It's like the last... Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, you didn't... Did you want to watch the last 30 minutes of Squid Game?
Yeah?
Okay, well...
Why?
Because it was over.
I know, that's sad, but 9 Perfect Strangers season 2 is not good.
Hmm.
And it just got so crazy that I'm like, I don't even
Did you
care.
rate it?
I don't remember.
Well...
I don't remember.
You gotta do it.
Not finishing something is just annoying. But
yes.
Anyway, more games to play. New month. So
New month.
We'll have our top 10 on Wednesday for everybody.
Everyone wants to know.
A lot of good
What's
games.
your count?
Oh, I don't know.
What's those rookie numbers?
I mean, I learned 84, so...
No, I'm talking about for your year. You're at
430 something.
430 something.
Yeah.
I just broke 400, so I am on track for 600.
Yeah.
So you might hit big 7.
No. Gosh, please no. But maybe.
Hey, all the games, right?
All the games.
All the games.
All right. So now we have to go do more videos tonight. So
that's right.
Go.
So for those who enjoyed this weekly recap, we do these weekly recaps every Sunday that we are in town and functioning. Hey, if you also like rules teaches, playthroughs, game overviews, and top 10 videos, then we do those too. Just check us out on our YouTube channel. Just search for Board Gamer Steph. Or even better, you can join us in the chat on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph. We stream every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, and we bring you 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.